Hi guys, I'm Stephanie and this is Steph's Stove, and today we're making a fun little treat that's quick to put together and just tasty. It is none other than caramel apple grapes. A little twist on this just to make it extra fun. So let me show you how to do it. All right, to get started, we've got some green grapes here, and I think I've got about 50 or 60 grapes here. You're free to count them off if you like. Just kind of a good medium portion. And you want the green grapes, go ahead and make sure that there's no stems on them. Wash them thoroughly and then dry them. Now, since they have lots of water over them, I just put them in a clean dish towel to sit, as we just had two fall out, and just sit them in the bowl while we're preparing the rest of the ingredients. Now, for this, we're going to be using caramel bits, and you can get these kind of in the candy section of your grocery store. And I'm going to measure out, this is a half cup measure. So I'm going to measure out 1 cup. This is a dry measure. This is a dry measuring cup for this. And I am going to put these into a regular measuring cup here because we're going to add to them, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now I want to melt these to get a nice smooth consistency here. And if you want to do this on the stove top, that's fine. But because this is such a small amount, it's just easier, in my opinion, just to do this in the microwave. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave at 30-second intervals, stirring in between until it's nice, melted, and smooth. Be right back. All right, I just got this out of my microwave, and you can see I've got a few little spots that are not quite melted yet. But this did take about 2 rotations of 30 seconds or a minute. And you need to stir in between just to be sure that the continual heat from here, we're going to use that to melt the remaining little bits. So stir really, really well. Stir, stir, stir. Be sure it's well incorporated and melted. We're looking for this kind of consistency. It's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. I'm going to sit this to the side just so it cools a little bit. Now, while we're doing that, we need to go ahead and prep our grapes. And we're going to have these just like a little caramel apple. So a caramel apple normally has a stick to it. We don't have a little tiny stick for here, but we do have a toothpick or a little skewer. So we're going to go right into I want to call it the apple, into the grape, but hold your finger and don't go all the way out. So we've got one. I'm going to go through and I'm going to skewer the rest of these. Don't poke all the way through. I'll be right back. Now we have all of our grapes with our little skewers, little baby skewers put in. So now on my chopping block here, this is 1 cup of salted peanuts. I'm not sure if you can see them really well. And you just want to kind of come through with a knife. You don't need to crush these up really fine, but you just do need to come through and give these a rough chop. Now, you could use pecans, but peanuts we just think of on a caramel apple is so yummy. And again, you just want a rough chop. You can use walnuts on there. You can really use whatever you like. I'm just going to chop these up, and I just want to break them up. I don't want these really fine. That's why I'm not using my little mini food processor for this, because I want to kind of control the size and again not get them too small but just get them crushed. I want us to be able to recognize what's on them. All right, that looks super nice at this point. Got a book scraper here, and now I'm just going to put these in a little bowl. And these, a lot of times I use these as little serving bowls. But we want something shallow that we can dip in. So make sure whatever little bowl that you're using to dip these in, you're going to need something with a large opening to it. That's back in there. All right. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now, all we're going to do is come in, put that extra there. And this also gives an opportunity for our caramel to cool down, because we don't want it so hot that it really just comes in and burns our grapes. I'm I'll give it a good another mix. Look at that pretty caramel. Alrighty, this is the fun part. So if you have little ones, grandkids, kids at home, this is just fun for them to do. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take one of the grapes. So these nice little longer skewers, and toothpicks are fine, work really nicely. We're gonna push that in there just to look like a caramel apple. Give it a second for the extra to fall off because we don't want a big clump on it. Then after we get our caramel apple grape, we're gonna come in and we're gonna sit it in our nuts at the bottom. Look at that. Caramel apple grape. I'm gonna put this over here just on a little tray for it to cool. I'm gonna go through and do another one. Now for the next one that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come in with a little bowl again. And for these, I'm gonna use Heath toffee bits. And the reason that I'm using the toffee bits in here, because if you have someone with a nut allergy, you definitely don't want to have them excluded from enjoying these sweet treats. So I'm going to dip this one again. I'm trying to get all the way, but not quite up to the top. All right, and for this one, I'm going to dip it in the toffee bits. Oh, skewer was coming out. So this one has toffee bits. Now if you're doing two of these, predominantly if you have someone with nut allergies, make sure that you change plates for them, serving bowls. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to continue dipping the rest of these. Now you could also dip these in like Oreo cookie crumbs. You could crumble those up. You could do toasted coconut. The options are endless. So let me go through these and dip them all. We'll be right back. I'm Stephanie and this has been Steph Stove. For today, we made a tray full of these beautiful, we have more that we've been munching on, these amazing caramel apple grapes. That's so good. The caramel, the peanuts, the explosion of that juicy fresh grape is in there. Now, for our people that are friends that can't have peanuts, we did these in toffee bits. That's equally as delicious. The options to dip these in are just endless to your imagination. But I hope you try this. This is a fun twist, a summertime twist on a fall favorite that we all have. So remember, after you dip these, put these in the refrigerator for just a few minutes for them to set up, because most of our homes are warm this time of year, and they'll be just a delightful treat. It's fun to make, great for all those picnics coming up, makes a nice little appetizer on a little serving tray, and it's just fun. So give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button for more great content like this. Steph Stove, we're making memories one dish at a time. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day.